I was rebuked by the Lord, for every time I am testifying these experiences I am taking into account the time given to me and leaving out some details. I always look at the time whenever reporting these experiences, and yesterday I made one of the biggest mistake. I left some details because of time given to me to testify, but the Lord told me, the issue is not to testify and looking at the time and leaving some details because time is finished. The issue is you must report to my people these experiences with precision and the least detail. What I showed you is for my people. Whatever I have showed you does not belong to you, it is for my people. I understood that in life when you are doing something, whatever the fact, to do it properly and perfectly. Yesterday I spoke about the place of contestation where God people blessing passed before reaching them. The day before yesterday I spoke of my meeting with the chief angel Gabriel that was accompanied by a strong delegation of angels. The chief angel Gabriel told me that he belonged to the order of archangels, meaning he was one of the chief angel that had a troops of angels under his leadership. He told me, there were mission that the Lord sent him to do personally, but there are also mission that the Lord give him, where he sent his servant angels to do. And he told me God sent me personally to take you to the 27 Department of Heaven because they are conditioned that the church must meet in order to arrive where the Lord dwell in heaven. He told me that among the delegation of angels that came with him, they are also angelic defenders. These defenders will play defensive role in this assignment, because there will be opposition from the enemy. When Gabriel led me to the place of contestation, it was a shiny city, very beautiful, where I saw abandoned blessing of the believers. I explained yesterday about the test of generosity that precede the blessing of the believer. When we had visited the abandoned blessing of the saints where there were cars, clothes, money and all sort of good, finally we moved forwards. The archangel came out of his celestial tank and we began to walk the street, leaving behind us this part of the city called the place of contestation and disputed bodies. I walk ahead with Gabriel and I saw that there were hundreds and thousands of buildings in this city. The archangel tells me, all these buildings you see here were built by the Lord for the people of the earth that come to visit the kingdom of God, and inside this building there are things of the earth removed from the visitor, and these worldly things that cannot enter the kingdom of God must remain here, because you come from the world, but nothing of the world will enter the kingdom of heaven. The world is enemy of God. In order to enter the kingdom of heaven you must be completely separated from the world. Gabriel told me, Aston, there are things in you that must stay in these buildings before we join the 27 Department of the kingdom of heaven. I will leave you in the hand of these angels that you see coming, and I will continue this journey with you. When worldly things that are in you are removed from you, you must be rid of everything that belong to the world. These angels that are coming are called angels cleaner. Firstly because they clean this city, and secondly they are the angels purifier because they clean the believer from sin and impurity. These angels of purification will go with you and they will tell you what to do. Then we will meet again, but everything that is in you, everything that you have received from the world will remain here. You must lose all in order to gain the kingdom of heaven. You will be rid of all that belong to the world, then we will begin our visit. I told the archangel Gabriel, honestly I have nothing of the world with me, can't you see? He said, Aston, in your present condition you cannot come face to face with God. I thought there was nothing wrong with me, but the chief angel told me, there are things that you must remove and these things are making claim on you even after your conversion. Even if you think there is nothing wrong with you, but there are things in you that must be removed. The angels of purification and cleaning will help you. And when we meet again you will be prepared and ready to stand before the Almighty. When the archangel left me, I joined the angels purifier and cleaner. We walk among these beautiful buildings and arrive before a particular building, where it was written the place of cutting away, laying off and stripping off the world. When we entered this building I saw that there were many rooms. When we had entered a particular room, I saw a young man from Cameroon, who was also brought to this room because he was chosen to visit the kingdom of God like me. I found that he was also being rid of worldly things in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. The angel cleaner said to me, you will report and testify what will happen to you, and also what will happen to the brother from Cameroon. You will take both of your testimony and report them to the inhabitant of the world. Then the 8 angels of purification led me before a particular angel purifier, that was to purify me and rid me of anything that belonged to the world, for I had to be separated to the world completely in order to come face to face with the Lord. This angel said, Aston, come closer. When I got closer to him and stood before him, he took 2 white stones and introduced them inside my 2 eyes, and said to me, now you will see very clearly. I saw that on the side not far from us there was like an operation screen, showing impurity and contamination of the world that the angel was cutting, operating and removing from my eyes, and I saw on this screen that the first contaminated items of the world the angel removed from my eyes were secular movies and news program, and the angel purifier called other angels that were supposed to remove from my eyes all the movies I ever watched since I was born again. When they came I saw that they were holding like a basin, containing crystalline water, which they were pouring inside my head that was opened, and the first movie that they pulled out of my head was a Jesus movie that I used to watch many years ago. This angel tell me this Jesus movie that you like watching is a Masonic movie. The purpose of this movie is to initiate people unconsciously, especially the saints of the world. All the people that watch this movie of Passion of Christ are initiated in Masonic order without their realization. Since you have been watching that movie, though you went through deliverance, Masonic demons to whom this movie was consecrated to, are making claim on your life and your ministries. They are fighting your ministries and collaborating with people that are poisoning you to interrupt your ministry. The purification angel said that all the people that watch these movies are initiated without their knowledge, and they attend Masonic meeting in the spirit without realizing it. Aston, you must understand that Satan has thousands and millions of unconscious adepts. The second movie that was pulled out of my eyes was that of Jackie Chan called Chinese Master. The demon behind this movie were also making claim in my life. The third thing that the angels removed from me was the world news that I was following on the French radio that was filled with lies. The angel said the news in the media is charged with the spirit of lies, for they only repeat lies. All these demons in the movies and news are making claim on your life and the ministries in this place of contestation and disputed bodies. Therefore we must erase these images. The angel of purification said to me, everything that you watch on TV are the food of the souls, and these secular movies will not allow you to see the kingdom of God. Then I look at the operation that the angels purifier were doing on the Cameroonian brother. I saw that he also had watched secular movies and needed angelic surgery, for I saw that they had removed in the eyes of this brother the movies called The Expendables, and the movie called Transporter. The angel were removing occultism that were in these movies that contaminated this brother, who was told these things will stop you from entering the kingdom of God. The angel said these days initiation is happening when people sit before TV watching movies that are dedicated to the demon, and these demons are making claim on people's souls. But Aston, you have found grace. Understand that if these demons of movies and the media content don't initiate you in unconscious witchcraft, they will still make claim on your soul. I saw that this brother and I had the issue of reclamation from demons of movies that we used to watch. Brother, every time I was working in the ministry it was hard to advance the church, because these demons of movies were making claims on me. I was watching these movies when I was converted, but I don't watch them anymore. Still these demons were making claim on me. The angel said unless you are released from these reclamation the fight will be permanent. I remember when the Archangel Gabriel said to me, in order to see God you must be rid of all the things of the world. Revelation 18 verse 14. The second thing that the angels removed from me was the applaud and glory of the members of my church. Every time I am called to step forward to preach, my members applauded, giving me glory. The angel purifier said these are the glory of men. The only one that deserve glory is God the Almighty. They remove all the glory and homage I got from men and all the bowing of my members, saying these are glories of men and you don't need them, otherwise you are not entering the kingdom of God. I was being rid of things that we value here in the world of men. Then the angel said, Aston, we must separate you from money. I said I have no money with me. He said all the money you ever had in life are in your soul. The desire to have money must be withdrawn from you, and they remove the desire. The angel of purification told me, Aston, Remember that all the good, money and possession that you won and acquire on the earth are simply vanity, vanity upon vanity. Whatever you gain on the earth will remain on the earth. You must never fight to have money, but fight to know God. You see that all the money you had has stay here. What was strange is that I saw money falling from my body to the ground because they remove money and its power from my system. The angel said, Aston, we still have the things of the world to rid from you. Aston, you remember that you have been eating a particular sardines called sardine Annie. Those who eat this sardines receive initiation to unconscious witchcraft. These things that you ate many years ago are in your body and are producing sickness in your body. You must not eat it anymore. The angel said, Aston, what you see here you must tell the inhabitant of the world, so that they may know. Many have eaten these sardines and they are unconscious witches. My brother, the world where we are born is rotten. I saw how the purifier have removed the sardine from my stomach. The angel said, these food are a trap in the lives of the believer. These things stop the believer from developing their spiritual lives. Then the purifier said something scary. He said, many Christians that are weak in prayer because they are physically Christian but in the spirit they are witches and Satanists, but they don't know. The whole world is being initiated by the enemy through the media, the food and fashion clothes. These angels went on to remove thought of the world in my head, telling me, you cannot think of the world when you visit the 27 department of heaven. Things of the world will not enter the kingdom. The purifier told me, now Aston, we must rid you of fashion clothes. You like fashion clothes a lot. Whatever you like more in the world is idolatry, and idolater will not enter the kingdom of God. The angels pulled many fashion clothes from my body, and when they reached my feet, I saw them pulling out a pair of socks that I had bought last year. The socks had the letter LV, the abbreviation of Louis Vuitton. The angel said this brand of Louis Vuitton is the most dangerous of all the fashion brand because it belonged to the order of the Illuminati. Before these fashion items arrive on the land they are dedicated to demons. Take note, all the Satanists of the world want to win new adepts, and thanks to fashion clothes people are initiated and become new adepts without their realization, and their spirit attend meeting without their realization. If these items are unable to initiate you because your spirituality is high, these items would become a point of reclamation, meaning permanent battle in your life. The angel also remove academic knowledge of the world. When they were removing all these things I saw these were dirty matter coming out of me, and I wonder how these things were dwelling inside me. They removed sexual desire, telling me you won't need that desire where you are going to the kingdom of heaven. The angel said, since you will not stand before God as pastors, we have to withdraw your ministry, mission and gift of the Spirit. In heaven everybody is a child before God.